R16, second round encounters. Buzz of anticipation as the players are called onto court for the next match on our television court, because it's the reigning champion Viktor Axelsen of Denmark, just 17 years of age, up against the former world and Taufik Hidayat of Indonesia. Taufik Hidayat, beaten finalist here last year at the Denmark Open, lost out to Jan Jorgensen in the final. Well, it's difficult to believe that he's still only 17, isn't it? Viktor Axelsen, tall athlete, 188, of course, won the World Junior Championships in Guadalajara in Mexico. First ever European winner of a singles title at the World Junior Championships. Is he defending his title in Taipei in a couple of weeks' time?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure again. As with Tai Su Ying, must be tempting now to concentrate on improving his senior ranking. He's arrived, he's starting to get some interesting results at this level. And the temptation must be there to concentrate on the senior tour at the moment.
Youth against experience. 17-year-old Dane against the 30-year-old Indonesian. Taufik Hidayat. And this man, born here in Odense. And not only his home country tournament, played in his hometown. Well, for Taufik Hidayat, number 5 in the world ranking, number 5 seed, 25 and 13, really proves the point that he's had mixed fortune this year. Reached the final of 2 tournaments, the Malaysian Super Series, the first Super Series event of this year, 2011, and also reached the final of the Canadian Grand Prix. And my goodness, didn't he have a tough match yesterday against Hans Christian Wittinghus of game? Saved a match point in that second at 19-20 down before coming back in the decider 21-19 after being 15-17 down. An hour and 1 minute that first round match took. Well, world ranking 4 for Axelson, as I say, just 17 years of age. 2 finals already this year. Spanish international, beaten finalist in Sweden, semi-finalist in Ukraine, quarter-finalist actually as a qualifier in the series event, and in the last 16 in Singapore, I think you'll probably remember that he beat the number 7 seed Bao Chunlai, who was then the holder of the Singapore title, in 2 straight games. And of course, Bao Chunlai has announced his retirement since then, struggling with the injury. So for Viktor Axelsen, his first round match over Wacha of Poland. Very professional, clinical performance, 21-15, 21-15 in 32 minutes. Service judge from Scotland. And the umpire from Scotland, service judge from England. I remember last year, this young man was a qualifier here at the Denmark Open. Got through a round of the main draw, and then his teammate Jan Jorgensen, who went on to take the title. And that for a 16-year-old really is incredible, isn't it? I think the thing that amazes me in is his physicality at such a young age. We see it with women girls develop physically into women at a younger age, and therefore they can cope with senior badminton, whereas boys develop into men in general terms a little bit later, 20, 21. But for him, as a 16, 17-year-old as he is now, he's been quite phenomenal.
Yeah, he's got a good physique, that's clear. I don't think he's fully... I think he's still growing, so there's a way to go. We have to see where he finishes. But for me, the most impressive thing is his maturity. You know, yesterday, town, he stepped out there and he played like the experienced player against a very experienced player in the Polish player that he beat. He dominated the game tactically, really, which is very impressive for someone so young.
And also a player that he had lost to recently, Wacha. He's a quick learner as well. Pushed it long.
Yeah, I think you put your finger on it there, Julie. That's exactly right. He's a quick learner. That's a good way of putting it. He picks things up very quickly. By all accounts, he's very attentive, got a very good attitude in training. And he just plays with a great maturity for his age.
Hesitation at the back of the court from Taufik Hidayat. And he really did have to work hard late yesterday evening against Vittinghus. And it's not often that you see Taufik Hidayat showing emotion, but he was yesterday. He was pumping himself up on.
Well, he's in a strange position at the moment, isn't he? He's had a bad run of results. I've certainly never seen him play with as little confidence as he's playing at the moment. But at the same time, one or two of the other Indonesian boys have started to put one or two results together. So even his qualification for the London Olympics is in a little bit of doubt at the moment, I would say.
Yes, of course, World Championships. Taufik Hidayat was the number 4 seed and lost out in the to Derek Wong of Singapore. Lost in the semi-final of the recent Indonesian Grand Prix to Tommy Sugiarto. And those are the sort of matches that you really would have expected a former world and Olympic champion, and given the quality of Hidayat as a player, you would have expected him to win those fairly easily.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly lost a little bit of confidence, and he's in a situation that he's never been in his career. When he's lost matches, he's known why. You know, it's because he's maybe not done the physical preparation, or he's not quite motivated for that particular event. But at the moment, I think he's really trying and he's losing. And that's something I think that's never happened to him, really.
Oh, my goodness. What a dreadful net shot from Axelson, and dumped into the net by Hidayat, and that really is an indication of the lack of confidence. Of course, he's been winning tournaments, major tournaments, Hidayat, since he was such a young age. He won his first Grand Prix tournament, and remember, back then there weren't Super Series events. Grand Prix were the highest level. He won his first Grand Prix event at 16 years, 11 months. Wasn't even 17, so you're right, Taufik Hidayat has always had this, it seems, natural ability to, when he puts his mind to it, to be able to just win at will, which most of us don't have that ability. You work hard, you know about your preparation, whereas he seemed to be able to switch it on. And I think you're absolutely right. Suddenly there's a crisis in confidence because it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, I mean, and this will be an interesting match today because Taufik will know exactly how Axelson's feeling, what the situation Viktor's in. You know, he's been there as a 17-year-old. Not many players, not many male players anyway, have been in situations where they're able to compete at the highest level at such a young age. So it's quite an interesting little clash here. There's not been many in the last 10 years been able to break through as teenagers, really, in the men's game.
Early 20s, definitely. I suppose Peter Gader was world #1 when he was 20, so was Lindan, but they weren't winning major titles when still teenagers. Consistently very good. And there's a big difference between being able to win the big tournaments and consistently do well, getting the ranking up high. This has been a very odd game so far, Ian. Very short run.
I think Taufik will want to keep the tempo low if he can keep scoring points early on in the game. He doesn't want a rhythm. I don't think he'll want a high tempo game. I think he'll be happy to try and jog along if he can keep the lead, keep a slight lead, and then look to maybe go a little bit quicker towards it. Whereas I'm sure Axelson will want a little bit more tempo in the game, a little bit more rhythm.
Oh, he's pushed it long.
And again, we're just not used to seeing that lovely cross slice to create the opportunity. Comes in, it's across the shuttle to deceive his opponent, but pushes it out.
Service over, 10-8.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a Peter Gader speciality, isn't it? Almost a double hit as he holds and flicks deep into that forehand corner.
Taufik was there. I think he left it. I'm not sure he was deceived. Oh, that's good. Pressure from the rear court, good angle, hitting down, quick in behind. There we see the difference. He's a very confident finisher in the front court. Already missed 1 or 2 in this game.
Well, it's the youngster who has the advantage at the mid-game interval. Slender advantage. Just 1 point.
Hvis du sätter lite press i hans typ av hörn, ja, så stann, blick kvar, fram. Ja, du tar ett skritt ut vägen. Ja, så blick kvar. Ja.
Jag kommer till ett skritt iväg.
Ja. Ja. För andra, han söker ner hela tiden. Så höjt, mellanspel. Kan du kicka att han rycker lite? Håll, spela över han. Ja. Mellanspelet, när du rycker över han. Gärna mot hans bäcken. Ja, för han är lite slö och tar. Ja. Man sa plats. Okej? Kom så.
Tinggal tensionnya aja jangan kendor. Ya. Sama kurang lewat loh. Banyak banget yang kurang lewat. Ya. Depannya kalau bisa duluin dulu tuh. Ya. Sama sini kamu kalau nyemes sininya dijagain ini. Dia disilangin aja. Kadang banyak silangin. Ya. Semangat terus.
Well, the body language of Taufik Hidayat there of concern to Indonesian fans. But the Danish coach, I think, saying to Axelson that he had to pressure from the front of the court and he mustn't allow Hidayat to control that area, because once he's pushing deep into Axelson, he's in a little bit of trouble. Well, to me, Hidayat looks very nervous indeed.
He is. I just wonder, though, whether he's just trying to keep the tempo and keep the rhythm out of the game and just trying to stay in contact to accelerate a little bit at the end, try and control the physicality of the game. But it was interesting from Per-Henrik Kruner, the coach there, that he's sort of saying the game's really on the front court. If you can get control of the front, you know, you're doing well. You can't leave Taufik time in the front court. And there you can see he's stepping in there. And again, getting early on the net. That's a big key.
Longest rally of the match so far, I think. Oh, that is delightful.
Yeah, but very noticeable again. Taufik keeping the pace, keeping the tempo low. Lots of drops from the rear court. Again, it's a little shortcut rather than the quick attacking shot. And
I think Taufik Hidayat really wants this one. This is a matter of pride, isn't it, against a 17. Want to lose this, and that is making him a little bit nervous at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's concentrating very much on keeping the pace out, isn't he? Victor just guilty there of trying to force the play with no pace.
Beginning to frustrate Axelson, isn't it? Not able to play his natural game.
Yeah, he wants rhythm, and Taufik's not giving in any. Keeping very much the pace off from the rear court. As you say, Axelson just a little bit frustrated there. Forced the shuttle out the back of the court.
Oh, it's such a well-constructed rally by the Indonesian.
Taufik possibly working on the old adage as well that big guys don't like slow drops, the deep lunges. He's making Axelson take a lot of shuttles from very deep in the front court. Those big deep lunges he's having to take will take a toll at some point.
Smashing that rally. 162 miles per hour.
Service over, 13-15.
Very wide stance for his low serve there from Axelson.
Wants to force, doesn't he? Wants to put rhythm on. Wants to try and increase the pace of the game. That's clever. That's clever. He's played soft, soft, soft. Anticipated the soft shot there. Good peripheral vision. Saw him coming in. Changed the direction, changed the pace.
Oh, perfect net shot from the Dane. Shuttle hit the top of the tape and just over.
Service over, 14-17.
Oh, he's done it again.
Yeah, it's clever, very clever. Using all of his experience there. Played soft into the front court a couple of times. Senses that Axelson's trying to get up the court.
Service over.
He's staying up the court there. Just sensed the top.
He's just a mega star in Indonesia. is Taufik Hidayat, in fact, the whole of Asia. It's not just his badminton, he does an awful lot of very good work off the court as well. He's building a new academy, must be nearing completion. He's also been renovating 30 courts, in badminton courts in East Jakarta for some of the children. There's a lot of charity work as well.
Good example of Axelson's play here. Takes the shuttle very early, gets up high, brings the shuttle down very steeply. It was the angle that beat Taufik there, not the power.
Well, just shows how you need quality net shots in men's singles.
Service over, 16-19.
Yeah, he knew as soon as he hit it, he hurt himself there, because he knew that it wasn't going to go over. Hope he is all right.
And again, no pace on the attack, just clipping the shuttle down. Giving Axelson no pace means he's got to actually push the shuttle over the net rather than deflected defence. He's made the mistake.
4 game points. Only needed the one. 21-16, the opening game for number 5 seed Taufik Hidayat. Well, having looked very, very nervous right at the start of this second round encounter, looking more relaxed towards the end of it. Former world and Olympic champion.
Ja, nytt set. Ja.
Jeg ved ikke rigtig, hvor jeg skal stille mig hen, for som om han ved, at jeg ligger så langt frem, og så kommer han over mig.
Ja, men det håller till din plan. Ja. Han har gjort det en... Och, ja. Så städväck, jag syns att det är en god idé. Ja. Träck fram, speciellt när han ligger på bäckensidan.
Ja.
Han sätter press. Och det behöver inte vara alltså, ett superslag efter det. Ja. Men det är så att han följer att han är under press. Ja. Det är man viktigt. Ja. Gott stylt angrepp. Ja. Och han spelar tätt till nät. Ja. Så spelar en rull till väg. Ja. Också som en retur.
Ja. Synligt på den. Kom op og se, om jeg kan få lukket nettet af.
Ja. Ja. Också som retur. Du har spelat, jag tror, en kort. Resten har pushat ut i hjörnet. Ja. Så brukar ni äta lite som i returerna. Ja. Så du kan komma upp och sätta press. Så kan du få i höjlyft. Ja. Ja. Okej, kom så. God energi nu.
Yeah, Per Henrik there, just asking him to be a little bit more patient when Taufik's taken the pace off. Just use some cross blocks, but give yourself a good margin. And then just to mix it up a little bit rather than just pushing off the net all the time. Just use 1 or 2 net just to keep the court big and keep some variety in the game. I think he feels Viktor's not played with a lot of variety there.
Semangat terus, Bek, ya. Ya, semangat terus, ya.
Second game, love all, play.
So the number 5 seed from Indonesia, Taufik Hidayat, 1 game to the good against the reigning world junior champion.
Good defence. I've seen him get up high in attack, but here he gets down low very quickly. Good skill from low down there. Good control. There's a little bit of rhythm in that rally, and he immediately looks more comfortable.
Axelson not wanting to change the shuttle. Well, he certainly doesn't feel intimidated by his opponent, does he?
See, immediately when there is a little bit of rhythm, he looks a lot more comfortable, doesn't he? He's been a little bit more aggressive on the first 3 or 4 shots, putting some tempo into the point. And Taufik accepting the rhythm at the moment.
We haven't seen him inject much pace into the rallies, have we? A couple of smashes there. Ooh, helps to just keep your opponent guessing as to what's going to come.
We've seen a lot of that over the years. When he gets early on the net, he really has got a super touch. Look at this.
The lift was short. And Axelson himself choosing to throw.
5-2.
Another case of learning quickly from his opponent.
Yeah, that was good thinking. Very calm, very cool. Interesting. He's blocking the front court at the moment, and that's forcing Taufik to play a little bit quicker at the moment.
Service over. 3.
Oh, great net shot. Well, it was a net tumble from, and somehow Axelson, look at that.
6-3.
How on earth did he play that?
Good skill.
Didn't tumble the shuttle, but my goodness, he made it spin. Forced the woefully short lift.
Yeah, Taufik doesn't like losing rallies in the front court. He got his revenge there.
Yeah, and it just sends a message, doesn't it?
That's lovely. Will drop a little bit later. Viktor committed to the straight and just turned it across. Lovely play. Good angle, good angle. Stood his ground. Didn't get too aggressive with his base position this time. That made the interception a lot easier for him. He holds his ground, gets up early. Good angle. But he's taking him on. He's prepared to take Taufik on at the net, and that's good. Good confidence. It's down with good angle. That lets him get in early. Taufik wanting to counter, but it was too good. And again, it's the angle, not the pace.
9-4.
Well, there's the court needs to be mopped. There's the famous backhand smash from Hidayat. And I think that's a beautiful example of how well he uses his height and reach. And not badminton players do that. Compare the difference of the English number 1 player Rajiv Usif, who yesterday been in the first round against Lindan. Seems to let the shuttle come to him, doesn't seem to stretch up in the same way.
Yeah, and there's another good example. He's always looking to take the shuttle as early as he possibly can. As you say, the contrast, it's a big contrast between him and Usif, I'd have to say.
Yeah.
You know, Raj. Magic at times, lets the shuttle come to him, as you say. He's quite a deceptive player, got some good overhead shots, but Axelson just imposes a little bit more intensity because he's got that will to take the shuttle early all the time.
That's well taken on the backhand side, made it look easy, Hidayat, but I can assure you it wasn't.
5-10.
No, he had a long way to go. That's a good shot.
Oh, great net play from Axelson. A action, the pump fist.
Well, again, it's the cross block that sets it up, making Taufik move the full diagonal. That means he takes it a little bit later and allows Axelson to get in early.
Det er en god idé at spille med til fart i søvn.
Ja.
Så han selv skal finde ud af, så han ikke bare kan gå op og holde den.
Ja.
Fordi de ligger søgeskarpt.
Speciellt rolig ja, för då gillar han att spela den rullen, va. Så spelar ut lite grann mot hans vänstra skuldra med lite fart så det är fint.
Ja. Det med at sidde på og acceptere, at kommer en bold, hvor han bare spiller godt.
Absolut.
Yeah, and again, good to hear the young player talking. Wasn't only Per Henrik, the coach, talking there. Axelson having his... Again, just reinforcing this front court game when Taufik takes the pace out, using the cross blocks to make Taufik run the diagonals, giving him time to get early on the net.
Oh, terrific net shots from Viktor Axelsen. Now, a 7-point advantage. Oh my goodness, he missed it. Had another swipe at it.
Service over. 6-12.
On court number 3, please welcome from China, Yang Jianjiao.
That was a big risk. Didn't want to prolong the rally, went for the winner. Low margin.
Oh,
He's missed it, but he'd set it up again because he's taken the shuttle so early at the front court.
yeah.
Taufik's been forced into defensive lifts. Look at that, very early again. Good spin on the shuttle as well. It's short. good angle. Nice reverse slice. Cutting the shuttle down short, not trying to hit. Yeah, nice technique.
Danish coach is actually...
Yes, he is, yeah. Just across the bridge, lives in Malmo. Former Swedish national coach.
Service over, 8-14.
This time the power. And great accuracy with the smash too.
Yeah, and tactically it's good. Taufik forced into not playing slow into the net because he's losing the net game, so he plays off net. And Axelson's there ready.
He's just commanding the rallies. This is awesome.
16-8.
Yeah, there's good variety in his game at the moment. That rally, he just held it at the net, didn't play the net shot, put it in behind Taufik.
Suspect Taufik Hidayat has just given up on this second game.
17-8.
Yeah, saving his energy for the third now, I think.
Service over, 9-17.
Who's absolutely punishing everything that's played to the back of the court is Viktor Axelsen.
Yep, winning from the rear court, and he's running from the front court at the moment.
Well, just 2 points away from this second game. Yeah. Hidayat's just not interested now. That's understandable. Just wants his energy for a third and final game. It is a game all. 21-9. The 17-year-old hit to take the second game. The entire match has only lasted 32 minutes so far.
21-9. One game all.
Så vi helt klar.
Ja, verkligen. Det som de vinner mycket på är nät nu. Ja. Så ett gott, god style. Och en simpel rull på en hög position. Ja. Så det blir simpelt. Inte för mycket kryss. Ja, för att gå han upp och för att han ger hans självtillit. Ja. Press i returerna, ger mot hans bäckensida. Tar han kundbäcken. Ja. Någon gång, en gång emellan, spelar en kort retur också. Bara för att skifta tempo lite.
Ja. Så för att få tempo. Så klarar man pitchen.
Ja, ja. Och sen, när han kommer på forehandsidan, han håller vägen. Han håller vägen. Ja, så still. Vänt.
Ja,
så
det
kom.
er helt som det med sige til
Ja,
noget.
exakt. Okej? Kom så. Startar med en god energi nu. Ja, god energi.
Masih kuat, tekan dikit ya.
Yeah, Per Henrik there just reinforcing the tactics. Look for the shuttle early on the front court position, keep control of that net. Taufik takes the pace off, cross him, make him move the full diagonal. And keep the variety in the game. It'll be interesting now. You have to think that Taufik's got to start quickly in this third game. If he lets the young player get off to a start, he's seen how he thrives on the lead.
Oh, it's just long.
Yeah, I think Taufik's really got to put some effort in early on here. If he lets the youngster get away, he looks very... Once he got the lead in the second game, didn't he?
Very much so.
Taufik alive to that cross block. Read it early, got in on it. That's good, very good.
He's looking for that cross drive now from deep in the forehand corner.
Yeah, well, Taufik's trying to keep him off the net because he's had a bit of a time around the net in the second game. But Axelson was alive to it, and again he's early on the net there, look. And again, offensive lift again.
Yeah, net shot just wide. Face of Axelson.
Yeah, but disappointed there. He's played really well when he's got early, and he took the shuttle early. Just made the mistake.
I have to say, Ian, that for a 17-year-old, he looks a very complete player already. I mean, I'm watching him and I'm sort of saying, well, you know, obviously he is going to physically develop more over the next few years, but tactically, technically, I'm not seeing any real weaknesses.
No, and he understands the game very well, doesn't he? Previous point, as you say, Taufik went for the shock attack down the middle, went into the drive game around the body. He's winning net exchanges, intercepting from the rear court and taking on and beating one of the top players in the net.
Yeah.
Very complete, as you say.
Smashing that last rally from this man, 250 kilometres now. He has hit one at 260 already in this match. But always the thing to me with when he hits overhead, I still can't tell what's coming. From sitting up here watching from off the court, what it must be like as an opponent. You can smash or a drop shot or even a clear. You can't tell if it's going to go cross or straight.
Court number 2, please give a warm welcome to 6 in the world from China, Chen Jin.
It's a good rally, good patience. It was Taufik dictating the rally early on. And Axelson able to stay with him. He eventually got his chance on the net and won the point. Yeah, a bit disappointed. Got onto it early. You say he's got a wide stance on his serve, Jill. It's quite interesting because it actually puts him in quite an aggressive position behind it. Moves quickly onto third shot, I think. Again, I think struggling to find the tight net shot from so low.
Service over, 4-5.
Again, good net, defensive lift. Makes Taufik take it very low. And it's just off the ground.
Flick serve is long of the back line.
Service over, 6-4.
There's positioning on court, his whole stance there, forcing the Indonesian into error.
And again, he's read it very well. Plays the block, doesn't commit to the net, holds his ground.
Just wide.
7-6.
And for the first time in this deciding game, Axelson goes into the lead. Oh, well, he's called a fault. Taufik Hidayat doesn't like the call. Let's have another look at this.
I don't think it was. It was shuttle, wasn't it? It wasn't racket. In fact, it was a great shot.
That's a pity. And of course, the umpire split-second decision. No, that was definitely the shuttle.
Shuttle, yeah.
That touched the net, not the racket. Oh dear. Well, no wonder he's Taufik Hidayat. Well, sometimes I think a bad call can just ignite a little rally and can make a player even more determined, and perhaps that might just inspire Hidayat to up his game a little.
Rally from both players there. Yeah, deserved it. He committed to it. A lot of young players there would have just blocked that, but he went for it and was rewarded.
Yeah, well, it's interesting in that rally from deep in his forehand corner here. Hidayat twice played the straights. First of all, drive to try and get out of trouble, and then more of a lift. He's been playing the drive across court. He knows his opponent is starting to look for that, so he's having to switch it up yet again. Oh. Shuttle had gone past.
He wasn't far away.
No.
He's got a good eye, hasn't he? He really has. Look at that. Against the defensive lift after the net exchange. And Axelson didn't let him off. That's a good angle. Good block. Up early again. That's good. Taufik wanting to play slower and Axelson not forcing the rally, playing with good margin and keeping control. It's a very mature play.
Yes, and he has the advantage as they change ends in this deciding game, a 3-point advantage. When you consider how well he played from that far side of the court,
Ja, långt fram i banan, precis som
ominous, I
tidigare.
think, for Hidayat.
Ja, god stylehet i första angreppet. Ja, stilla roligt till det, så du kan få god kontroll. Ja. Returerna någon gång emellan, ja, att spela en till nät. Alltså icke pusha runt lite mer mot bäckensidan på returerna. Okej?
Så klar med pitcheren.
Ja.
Så bliver det at gøre banen stor for ham. Han vil nemlig begynde at komme ligesom ham i går. Ikke?
Ja. God energi.
Henrik joined by Lars Uar, the head coach to the Danish team.
Nice comment at the end there. Go win the game.
Oh, masih bisa ya, paksa terus ya. Ya. Kalau dari sini jangan lurus back dia.
Taufik's going to need all of his experience here. It's hard to see where he's going to go. We do know over the years he does have the ability to get out of these difficult situations. Traditionally, he'll find something, he'll find a tactic, he'll find a way. Just wonder how much energy he's got left after that marathon last night.
I also wonder how much belief he has, given what you were saying earlier on about, you know, his confidence has been dented. He's had indifferent form lately. He's had a couple of results that losses.
And has to lift defensively, and it's out the back.
Service over, 12-9.
Oh, that's great.
Suddenly, from nowhere, winning smash like that. Terrific angle.
Pace, angle, direction. Well, here we go. This is the big effort by the looks of it. Another youngster. He's been equal to everything so far. Let's see how he deals with this.
His 50 km/h smash speeds into perspective. Fastest ever serve in tennis, in men's tennis, 2:51.
Oh, that's a great reply from Axelson there. Got in early. Was aggressive on return of serve. And went for his own smash. And that's a super angle, super precision. Well. That's incredible.
You don't get much better than that.
He's got him again. Anticipated he'd won the previous net rally on the net return. Anticipated the push to the rear court. He's flying now.
Slight hesitation. Hidayat at the back of the court. And again. Yeah. And Viktor Axelsen is on a roll.
Interesting. Taufik put the pace, but it's suited Axelson, hasn't it? The increase in the tempo. He looks even better, if anything.
Three points away from victory and a place in the third round, which is, of course, make that 2 points needed. Well, you talked at the start of the match, Ian, about this young Dane's maturity. Certainly shown that today. That's a run of 7 straight points for the Dane. My goodness, what a different complexion it's put on this.
They were quick points as well, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to put the game score out of his mind and just focus on one rally at a time. Can't get excited about beating such a legend. That will help settle the nerves, because now Viktor Axelsen, the world champion, has 6 opportunities to record the biggest win of his career, and he's done it. A disappointing error in the end from Taufik Hidayat, and that's lovely to see a big smile from the Indonesian as he shakes hands with his conqueror. Viktor Axelsen. Well, we've known for some time that he's had talent and potential, but I think today his game to a whole new level, certainly that I've ever witnessed before. Played such an tactically superb, but the way he took the shuttle early, the way that he just didn't give the former world and Olympic champion any options whatsoever. There, the final error from Taufik Hidayat, and the absolute delight for Viktor Axelsen, because he takes the match and he takes his place in the quarterfinal. There, confirmation of the score: 16-21, 21-9, 21-14. The deciding game. Well, goodness me. Had 4 matches so far, 3 of them major upsets. Well, there you can see. Safely through to the quarterfinals, and what an intriguing matchup, because he could possibly play his teammate Peter Gader, the number 4 seed, former champion here, of course, Gader. But he, of course, would have to overcome Mark Schwiebler, the left-handed German, to make that quarterfinal. That is an intriguing prospect. Top half of the draw, of course.